Hello, my name is Kelly, and I'm joined here with the rest of my team, Scott, Josh, Tyler, and Tristan. So today we will be presenting our capstone final demo video for our game, Daredivers. Now, just for a little introduction, Daredivers is a short single-player 2D survival game made in Unity. Players take on the role of a deep sea diver navigating through three of our unique underwater maps. Now, the main objective is to collect valuable artifacts to gain coins while avoiding various enemies such as pirates, sharks, anglerfishes, and avoid environmental hazards like sea mines and seaweed. So, why do we make this game? The main use case of our game is to provide players with a short form, engaging experience that doesn't require a long time commitment. We noticed there was a lack of solo survival style games that focuses on quick exploration and challenges, something that you can jump into, enjoy for a few minutes, and still feel accomplished. While games like Subnautica offers rich and immersive solo survival experiences, they tend to involve complex systems like crafting, base building, and long-term progression. Now, on the other hand, we were mainly inspired by the game Lethal Company that offers a fast-paced, game loop focus on looting and escaping under pressure. Daredivers kind of sits in the middle, solo like Subnautica, short form like Lethal Company. So rather than building a large-scale survival game, we wanted to create a simple yet satisfying gameplay loop where you can dive, collect, and escape. For example, player might explore a map, collect artifacts, avoid dangerous creatures, and escape before their oxygen and timer runs out. It encourages risk-taking, but remains approachable for players who don't want to commit hours to the game.
Hi, my name's Tristan, and to start out my section, I'm going to be talking about our project goals for Daredivers. Our first project goal was creating a visually distinct and immersive underwater world. We didn't just want a basic backdrop. We wanted players to really feel like they were diving into an immersive living ocean full of movement, color, and hidden dangers. Every decision about our art style, effects, and environmental design centered around creating that feeling of exploration and tension for the player. Another major focus and goal was developing responsive and engaging enemy AI. We wanted our enemies to react in ways that felt natural but unpredictable. That meant making sure that they weren't just following a simple pattern, but rather responding to what the player was doing in game, whether that's chasing them, trapping them, or forcing the player to actually think on their feet with the enemy movement. Another project goal was encouraging player decision making through a currency-based scoring system. As players explore and defeat enemies in levels and collect artifacts, they can earn currency in-game, which they can spend on items and upgrades. This adds another layer of strategy to the game because the players then have to weigh their options. Should they spend early and help them, or should they wait and save up and buy something better for them later in the game? Our last project goal was to support replayability across 3 different map environments. Replayability was a huge pillar for us, as it is in most games. We didn't just want the experience to feel like a one and done type of thing, so we designed 3 different map environments, each with unique challenges. Players can also pick from different classes, which changes their play styles. All of this leaned in to encouraging players to come back, try new strategies, and keep chasing better scores. By sticking to these main pillars, immersion, smart AI, meaningful choices, and replayability, we aim to create a project that feels polished, engaging, and worth playing again and again. Next up, we have our technology used. Our main development platform was Unity, and all of our scripting was done in C Sharp. Unity gave us a lot of flexibility with handling 2D elements, and it allowed us to iterate quickly as we fine-tuned the gameplay. One of the technical features we leaned on heavily was coroutines and delegates in actions. Coroutines helped us keep the game smooth without clogging up the main game loop, and delegates in actions allowed us to allow the player health system to react when taking damage and triggering animations when certain events were happening. These made our code more modular and easy to debug later on. For collaboration, we used Git and GitHub to keep our files organized, merge changes, and track our progress. Discord was our main hub for communication, and we also used Microsoft Word whenever we needed to brainstorm, document mechanics, or just hash out ideas together quickly. Each one of these technologies played a major role in helping us stay organized and completing the game.
Hello, my name is Scott Doe, and I will be doing the introduction to the demo of our game. So, imagine you're a freshman. You're looking for a few games. You've played a lot of games, to be honest. You're getting a bit bored. You need one. So, you mindlessly browse on itch.io and you find this one game, Dare Divers. What's that? You're like, I want to play it. Why not? Looks interesting to me. So, you open it. Your Unity game. First, you need to lower the volume because it hurts on your headphones. Let's put the volume down so I can hear my thoughts. So, I want to know what this game is about. Daredivers. Looks like I'm plunging into the ocean to get some loot and avoid getting my player eaten by the sea creatures. Huh. How do I play? I get to explore the depths, avoid enemies and hazards, loot earn points, and collect loot. As simple as any game, I imagine. My controls. Oh wow, look at my controls. So, play, classes, shop. What if I want to buy something like right now? I don't know. Why am I not surprised? I had 0 coins. Wiki? What's in this wiki? Stuff like fish and octopus and anglerfish and sharks and pirates and lionfish and squids and trusty submarine, it seems. And loot. I'm too lazy to read, to be honest, because I'm more interested in playing the game right now. So, I get to pick a class, because I guess I need to pick a class. Which one? Do I want the basic diver? Do I want the harpooner? Or I want the porter? Honestly, I'm looking for the harpooner, because that does the stabbing that I would like. Well, metaphorical stabbing. So, I click my harpooner. And I guess I get to play the game now, so which level do I want? Am I looking for ocean floor? Am I looking for caves? Or am I looking for ruins? Honestly, I'm looking for ocean floor. So, let's click it. And I get to wait to send this to someone else.
Hi, this is Josh Kolbus, and welcome to the gameplay section of the Daredivers video. This will be going over the general gameplay loop and showing off each of the levels for our game. Now, as you can see, our goal is to collect artifacts. One right here, we call a chalice, is easy to collect. You just go up to it and press E. And when you want to deliver it, you will go up to the submarine that's right above you, and you can enter it by pressing R. And as you can see, you will also be able to move around in it, like so, by just pressing WASD. You can move around without any issues, and when you want to exit it again, you just press R. Now, as you can see, we're going to move around and collect other items, like this flashlight here. This flashlight could be used for many things. For example, it could be used to light up stuff, and when you want to do that, you just press R, and you could move around with your mouse to get a better view of what you can see. And if you want to turn it off, you just press R again, like so. These are some of the many things we can do in Daredivers, and as well as some of the enemies here. And as you can just avoid it like so, you can also press shift to sprint and just go past enemies like so. Now we are going to move on to other levels that we have made for our game. The next level that we'll be looking at is the caves level, which is a bit more dense, a bit more closely packed together, but I think that fits the level of the caves. And as you can see, we are now in the caves, and we need to avoid things like octopuses and other dangerous creatures like jellyfish. Now what we do now is we collect this chalice, like so again, and we put it in the submarine. However, we can't really go much further with the submarine, so it's more of a you have to figure out and just go on your own solo and go all the way across the level in order to collect stuff and rush back to it to get the most points possible. It's a more densely packed level and possibly maybe the hardest one. on to the next level. The next level we have is the Ruins level. The Ruins level was an underwater city that we kind of just made for an idea of a fun level with destroyed buildings that is more open and has a lot more interesting level designs behind it. Now, as you can see, the gameplay loop is still the same. We collect stuff like amethysts and other artifacts, and we just simply just enter the vehicle to deliver them to it, and we can go faster to a lower floor of the building and just collect stuff quicker, like so. Like this, we collect it, and we leave, and we move on. And we do this until either we run out of oxygen or the timer goes out. That would be the general gameplay loop of our game. I hope you enjoyed watching my section of the video, and now on to our final person.
My name is Tyler Sorgel, and I will be going over the last leg of the game loop. There are multiple ways to end the game. If you wish to leave the game or return to the lobby without finishing the mission, press the escape key, and you can return to either the lobby or the main menu. If you're not careful swimming around, and your mission timer expires, or your oxygen level reaches 0, the game will end and a mission summary screen will be displayed. However, if you are careful collecting artifacts and routinely return to the submarine and determine that you want to finish the game, press C. The Are You Sure panel will appear, double checking whether or not you want to leave the mission. By clicking Yes, the mission concludes and the game will calculate your mission summary. It will display the number of artifacts that you collected, the total collected value of said artifacts, the number of artifacts that you left behind on your mission, and the total money earned from that mission. By returning to the lobby, the currency will be stored in the shop. This is a state storing shop, so if you want to quit the game and come back, the coins will still remain at 800. You can buy some items, get ready for the next mission, but be careful. These items are a one-time use and will not carry between missions. Once you're done hanging out in the lobby, using your money that you earned in your last mission, you can move on to the next level. And the game loop will continue. You can continue swimming around in the deep sea, navigating between our wonderful maps and escaping from perilous foes while collecting rare artifacts. That has been our group, the Brick Throwers Dare Diver game. Thank you.